Hey there, should be live now. Um, yeah, okay. Let me get my camera going here. There I am. Okay. Why is it flickering? Okay. And then I'll turn on my keystrokes. Okay, should be set. Let me know in chat if you can hear me all right. I'll go ping the Discord and we'll wait just a couple minutes for people to trickle in. Then I'll get started. Hello, Nifemi. From Nigeria. Awesome. Awesome. Hello, Saba. Some person. Yes, sound works. Cool. Finally? Yeah, it's been a minute. My sound is doubling. Like it's echoing. Is it echoing for everybody? Anybody else hearing the echo? Nifemi says it's not. In32 says sound is fine. Maybe it's just you, Saba? Oh, it was your issue. Okay, cool. All right, no worries. Cool. Let me... All right, let's jump back in. I'm gonna be using Zed today. I've been using Zed starting this morning and just trying it out again. But let me just remind myself where we left off. What was our yeah, I started redoing codegen, partial support for global constants. Interesting. Do I have inlay hints enabled? Not by default, but I think I can turn them on. But I generally don't love having them on, I've decided. But I haven't used them a ton, so maybe if I force myself to use them for a while, I'd use them more. Okay. I don't even remember how to do that. Like if I go in here, inlay control colon, like that. That's them on. I mean, it is nice, especially in stuff like this. Like this is pretty cool. Like it shows what type this is on each line. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Also, in this color scheme, they're like not subtle enough, I feel like. Like this just looks like part of the code. Yeah, I don't know. All right, cool. Well, let's try to remember where we were. So I remember. Oh yeah, we like refactored everything out of this emitters thing. This is what we had before that we were keeping as reference, if I remember correctly. And then we have this like emitter trait, I guess, that just has this genAsm method. Interesting. That just takes an IR and makes a string out of it. Okay, cool. And then we made a code generator which impls emitter, and this is specifically for x64 Linux, NASM, which is our first yeah. Oh yeah, am I using these targets anywhere? Probably. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. So what are we at test wise right now? We're testing the IR, we're not testing codegen. No way, says IC. Hey IC. Hey, lovely stream, indeed. Yeah. We be back. You were low-key starting to think Lovely was dead. Lovely is alive. Are these tests passing? Here they are. Who would have thought? So what happens if I like could I like put this over here? I'm still kind of figuring out this whole. Oh, I think I can do this. There we go. Oh yeah, and then I can do this. Very nice. Okay. Still figuring out this whole Z thing. Okay. So I'm gonna say, what was I gonna say? Is this like what I'm doing? And then there's that spitting out assembly. If I get rid of that, yeah, it creates this test.asm. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fun. Okay, so then is this correct? Where did we leave this? Like, were we running this at the end of last stream? Instruction code gen. Okay, so a lot of these are not there yet. Here's more entity to ASM. Okay. Yeah, so it's probably just a matter of filling those out, which we can just kind of test drive, I imagine. What's our code here we're turning into? This, right? X equals 9. And then we started doing, oh yeah, global constants, right? Very intriguing. Like, this works. What if I don't have a So we can test the ASM on his PC. Oh yeah. Honestly, that would like save time. So okay, when I commented it out, then we got this ASM, which literally just like stores the number 9 in a quad word, like in the read-only data section, like as a constant, and then nothing happens in start, which is basically exactly what we'd expect, right? Because there's nothing happening, we're just saving that. So that's actually kind of perfect. When we add that and then go to compile it, then we get a lot more. So it's storing a function pointer, which is in this label main1, and then in the start it's just jumping here and running this. So nothing's really happening, right? Well, what is this function? It just returns x. So you just 60 into that, and then oh yeah, and that's just the exit code. So we're just moving x0, which is this, our 9, which is x, and then we're syscalling, which is really cool. So that's totally right. If the main returned normally and start exited, then a missing main wouldn't even be a problem. Yeah. We should just, yeah, start, we'll just have to exit. Exactly. Which right now it's not. Because start just would hang, I think, right? I'm not sure what the behavior is there actually. Would this just hang if it never exits? Like nothing would happen? Or would it overflow, or I don't know what. But anyway, this looks good. What else can we do, I guess, is the question. Like 9 plus 3? Let's just ignore the main function for now. Yeah, okay. Only assigns are allowed in the global scope. Oh, we're not allowing this yet in the global scope. This should be allowed in the global scope though. You did not yet fix the global access. Oh, it needs the brackets around it. In here? Like it needs this? Is that what you're saying? Oops. Okay, but currently this is an issue. The fact that this isn't a thing. Where is that coming from? Oops. Only assigns row data instruction codegen. Oh, you don't allow addition even because you don't have, because that, oh yeah, that would require compile time evaluation, wouldn't it? So maybe this is actually okay. What's not okay is that my head is hiding behind my keystrokes. Okay, so that actually makes sense. So then let's go back to this. But what is something we do want to be able to do? Like in here, what if I want to return x plus 3, you know? Then that actually compiles. But not really. It says it compiles. Okay, but we're not actually doing anything in here. Oh, is it still commented out? My bad. Okay. It does not compile. Not yet implemented temp. That's probably in here, right? That's this. Okay. Correct, okay. So, yeah, we're not dealing with temporary values yet. I don't even think we're dealing with local variables either, which maybe we should deal with first. Well, I don't know. What happens if I open this up and say, well, like return that. Don't return it, return void. Not yet implemented unit. So we haven't done unit either. Okay, what can I do that'll make this happy? Return 8. That's great. Return X. But I'm gonna say like make Y be 7 minus 8. Okay, that compiled. Okay, here we go. This is good. To do sub, to do assign. Very nice. To do sub, here we go. So that's like these things. Instruction code gen. Okay. You wish we had QEMU for x86 64 emulation? Isn't there? User mode emulation. Okay, wait, I got questions here. So how am I gonna deal with, how are we dealing with temporary values? Because don't we have, yeah, okay, so we need to start dealing with temporary values and local variables. So these are the things that are gonna go in on the stack, right? Oh, gotcha. I see. I get it. Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be a lot nicer. Temporary values are in registers unless we run out of registers. Then we use the stack. Wait, I thought we decided just to use the stack for everything. Or are we doing the register stack thing? Oh no, just for spillover. Okay, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yo, what are you working on today? Hey Vin. I am just continuing to work on Lovely. Trying to just get this code gen working correctly, which is quite a doozy of a task. Okay, so like what do I even have in here? Destination. Like what do I want to see? Sub. The agree thing was just the stack and not worrying about the register thing. Okay, that is what I remember. Because we're just not going to worry too much, and then like later on we can try to optimize and incorporate registers. But it would be simpler if we just use the stack for everything, I feel like. For now. Yes, use registers as a cache. But yeah, that can be done later. Okay, so let's just stick everything in the cache for now, and it's okay if it's a little bit slower or a lot slower. How am I gonna do that? So, what are the two to-dos we had? Sub and assign. Okay, so what I want to do is say, didn't I have like a cheat sheet of how some of these? Oh, I don't have that in this browser. That was the other browser. Sub dest source. Okay, bring this over into. Wait, can you drag tabs between browsers? No. You can do this. Okay. I'm late, but the face cam seems smaller than the first few streams, or is that just you? Well, the very first streams was like a big rectangle like over here. So if that's what you're referring to, then yes. But otherwise, since then, it's been the same size, I think. I mean, I've experimented with having it bigger, but I feel like you guys aren't here to look at me. You're here to look at the code. So, okay. So dest source, and it's dest equals dest minus source. Okay. So basically, hey William. It'd be like sub dest source, right? But then left hand side. Okay, no, first it'd be move yeah. What do we have? Are these entities? Yeah, isn't there like a entity as them? So yeah, move into dest the left hand side. Trying out Zed or switch full time already? Still just trying it out. Wait. But I've been pretty happy with it, so definitely might try it out for a while at least. Wait, so what am I trying to do here? Left hand side. Can I just copy this? Showing, okay, thank you. left hand side asm, right? And then that is what I want. Okay. So this is basically it. But what this is going to do, I think this is going to give me to-dos. Not yet implemented temp, exactly. Because we don't have a way to convert these. These are temporary values. This one's a temporary value. And I don't have a means of converting those to ASM yet. Yes. How am I going to do that? Copy that to instruction.add. Good point. Yeah, the question now is just how do I then turn desc into a stack access, right? Because I need to access something from the stack, basically. Oh yeah, whoops. My bad. Just with the add instruction, yeah, because mul and div are a little bit different, aren't they? That's why you think registers will be different for temporary values. Well, we'll have the same issues with local variables. So I mean, like if I solve the problem once, well, I need to solve the problem once either way, and I only have to do it once. So let's see that it makes a huge difference. So I might as well just solve the problem. So the question is like, what do I do here? Right, and here. Although somehow this has a name. Wait, I'm a little bit confused about this. Okay, so for the locals, just use a hash map. But then, like, as far as actually turning that hash, that makes sense. But then turning that into ASM, what does that look like? Oh, you can just offset by the location. Oh. Yeah, variables already have IDs. Like these things are always unique. Okay, so I need to have basically, okay, so here's the thought. So have like a local. Alright, so what if we instead of, what's something where there wouldn't be a temp value yet? What if y is just 7 and then I return y here, right? That compiles. And all I have to do is this to do assign. Okay. This is not quite right here. And then this needs to be assigned. Okay. So I'm going to say local vars is a hash map, right? Is that what we're doing? String, which will, yeah, okay, to usize. Where this is like the stack offset, right? And then this would be like the name. Okay. Next stack offset. Is there no concept of like local vars.length? Oh, they can be, because they can be different sizes. Makes sense. All right, next stack offset. But yeah, usize. Well, I'll add that when I feel the need for it. I don't want to do it prematurely, but yes, I agree. I will need it shortly, probably. All right, and then so locals get created when we do, or was it assign? Here, right? Hello, empathy monster. Welcome. Okay, so assign. When assign comes around, destination, okay, and a source. I can basically say, okay, so like self dot local vars dot, how do you add something? Put insert, okay. Oh yeah, check if dest. Well, we don't even support reassignment of variables, I don't think, at this point. I could be wrong about that, actually. Like that compiles fine. I think I'll get an error if I try to do something. So if this becomes mutable, that should still compile fine. Yeah, but if I try to reassign this like this, I think that's a no-no. Yeah. So we don't even support that syntactically yet, so I won't worry about that. Like the case where dest already exists. But dest, in theory, could be any entity, so I need to like maybe match on dest. Oh, it's the type or the value? It's really more the value, right? It could be any of these things. So we only really care if it's a variable. Then it has a name. Whoa, editor froze. That's no fun. Okay. And then source, we'll check the type of that. It should be unreachable, correct? source.tie. I'm going to check against the tie here. This becomes unreachable. And then in here, hey Hyperbanner, yes, I'm back. I was in Florida for a couple weeks there, so how to do this. So okay, so I'll say self dot local vars. Why is this not? Oh, it's my keyboard. Okay. Local vars dot insert. So the key will be name, right? Just do 4 for now. Okay, and the offset will be, oh yeah, we will want the current offset, won't we? Well, what is this? Self dot local vars dot len. Yeah, but that doesn't give us, because these are different types or different sizes, no? So, all right, let's do hash map string to usize. It doesn't point to the size, it's the location on the stack. But doesn't the location, like if say there's 3 items before it, it wouldn't be 3, it'd be like the size of the first plus the size of the second plus the size of the third, right? And that's where the offset is. Or am I wrong in thinking that way? Saba says, yeah, in theory, but IC says, what? I could be totally messed up in my thinking. Because the stack doesn't know anything about the size of its, like the elements in it, right? All it is just a pointer that points somewhere. Or am I wrong about that? I can't reason the way you do live under pressure, lol. Wait. If you use RBP, you need to start with offset 1 variable a1. You just need the stack location. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. This would be the stack location, right? But I just need to know how much to add. Like this would be self dot current stack offset, but now I need to say like self dot current stack offset plus equals like size of, you know, our variable, right? Is this not correct thinking? Yeah, exactly. Okay, you just said it in chat. So I still need to know the size of this thing, which I don't. So this is a type. So maybe I'll just make some like thing that runs on types. That's what you said from the start. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Okay, this is a to do. Where is this like type thing? Where does that come from? Type. Is that in here? Codegen, checker. Types. Where does entity? Aha, type. Okay, so I'm gonna make a just increment by 8 bytes for now. Well, I feel like you might as well just go ahead and make like a simple little method on here, right? Impl type size that just like match type. Okay, our int type is a disaster. We're obviously gonna have to split that into different int types, but for now they'll just be 8 bytes. Or I guess these are in bytes, right? Size in bytes maybe. Size in bytes. And then bools can just be 1, but that's obviously wasteful. But I mean, for now we can't really do less than 1. Unit doesn't need to take up any space. Is that valid? Like, is there any reason to actually store a unit anywhere? Can we always just like give it no space? Functions are just should unit be a panic because it doesn't have a size? Well, it's a 0 size. Blue being 1 isn't really that wasteful. Most languages keep it that way if you recall correctly. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's just like 8 times as much space as you need, right? You just need 1 bit. Should unit panic or unit be 0? I feel like this makes sense. Functions are just pointers, right? Which is just 8. Unit cannot contain a value. Okay, but I feel like 0 represents that idea just as well as a panic, doesn't it? Or am I wrong there? Yeah, I feel like size and bytes shouldn't panic. I'm just gonna go 0 for now. If we feel like it should panic later, that's cool. Yes, panic fails. I'm just gonna go 0 for now. Seems like it makes sense because the size in bytes is 0. Where were we? Oh yes, then here we just need to go like tie.size in bytes. Isn't that so handy? That's pretty cool. Check Discord. On it. This is what you mean with RSP stuff? or the RBP. Okay, I will check that out as soon as we start doing that. Okay, so that compiled. What did it compile to? What are we compiling first of all? This. It compiled to nothing. There's like an empty line. What did I do? Oh, because we're not actually pushing any code. Brilliant. So I'm gonna say I'm getting a phone call that I cannot take. Let me just send a text real quick. Okay. What stage are we in the language making process? This is codegen, so like generating assembly from the IR. Also, you never allocate space for the locals. Yeah, I'm not doing anything. So assign needs to wait, how do I even do this? How do I even do this? There's that, lovely. That's what I'm thinking. I feel like unit variables on the stack also should be fine. They just take up 0 space. Okay, wait. To dynamically allocate stack space, you need RBP based. So that's like this thing you sent. Okay, I'm confused on what to do here. What's the assembly I want to write here? Like, here's the move this back over here. Do you follow the Intel assembly guide? I haven't really used it much. RSP based with pre-allocated space. What you're saying, move RSP minus index value. Wait, so what's the difference between this? Wait, or push source. What's okay? RSP is the stack pointer, correct? And RBP, what is RBP conceptually? I'm not sure I totally get what is happening here. RSP, oh dear, I got chats going in 2 places. Okay, so you're saying alternatively to this, I could just do push um, um, okay, here's one question about push. Does push take into account the size of the thing you're pushing? Like when I push source asm, it could be different sizes. Like the source thing could be like any size. When I push it, does it push it and then adjust the thing based on whatever size it was? Or does it not know about that? C does what you propose. IC says yes. So will this just work? Wait, so is this sufficient or is this insufficient? It takes the size into account when pushing, okay. Like the size of the register pushed. That's enough. Okay, so this is all I need basically? That's what I hear you saying. So then we have we got this. You just push 7. So we just need, now we need a way when we're accessing this, because this obviously isn't a thing, we need a way to access this 7 thing. So that would be like down in where is NC to ASM? Variable, this is wrong. It would be self dot local vars dot get so this is good. Basically, except maybe this unwrap here. Just for the sake of later debugging, I'm gonna make this expect. Okay. Wait, RBP minus offset or plus offset? And offset needs to be 8 bytes more. Is that correct? This created the following: RBP plus 0. Let me do some more code here. I'm gonna say like Z gets 9 or 12, and then return Y. I should return Z, and then offsets need to be 8 bytes more. Okay, so we need to, change that. Get name plus 8. Oops, plus 8. And change this to minus is what you're saying? So then we get this. Minus 16. And then if we don't allocate that, we get minus 8. So the first one is minus 8, and the next one will be minus 16, etc. Okay. All right, let's do something more interesting here. So let's do like, well, in a second I want to check to see if it works, but like what if I made y equal to x and then return that? Local var not found. That's why I changed that unwrap into an expect. Why is it looking for that as a local var? Okay, so it also needs to check the globals. Do I have some sort of globals? Where are my globals? The globals are getting defined as here. Okay, so I need like a global vars. Yeah, okay. Hash set of strings, yeah. Is it called a hash set or just a set? So I'm gonna say like global vars set hash set. Sure enough, it's called a hash set of strings, and these will just be what like these things. Make that new, and then here we go. We have the name here. Okay. Self.global vars dot insert name. Okay. So now we should have that in there. And then when we have a variable, we just need to check. Truly tragic. Okay, wait, so here, I guess, yeah, so I gotta look through. Okay, I'm just gonna make a little method here. Resolve variable. Or you know what? I'm only gonna use that once. So I'm gonna say wait, what is this? Yeah. If we have a global var, then we will do something. Wait, so what are we gonna do actually? Is it just that? Yeah. Okay. Groovy. If Otherwise, we could do that, I guess. That compiled. What was... So we're pushing. That's pretty cool. So this is exactly what we want, right? Groovy, groovy. That's really neat. So we can test. I can send it over in Discord if you want to. Oops. Very nice. And then cool. First, enter and leave. Oh yeah, what was this about enter and leave? What do enter and leave do again? Remind me. And where would I use them? Somewhere in here. Need to specify the push size. Quad word, but it's not necessarily a quad word. Wait, just like right here. Like that. And then leave. What do those do again? Oh good, we got lovely errors from Saba. Maybe this whole enter leave shenanigan will fix it. Wait, where do you specify the size? Like here? But doesn't that depend on the size of the thing I'm pushing? And I thought it was smart enough to know. Okay, so should I say quad word here? Or where do you say? Oh, it just goes right here. Okay, so push keyword right here. Why are those not? Just one sec. Okay. Sorry about that. My roommate came back from work and needed to get some stuff out of the room. What are you guys talking about? Prepare for Kai jump scare. Hopefully that wasn't too bad. Okay. Hey, Jappy. This is Zed. I'm trying it out. I've been just using it today, but. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah. So what do enter and leave do exactly? Is anybody able to explain that? Don't you need to verify that the value falls within the size? I don't think so. Because all my values are like the same size right now. Enter mainly sets up the stack frame. Okay. And that's all I need is just enter and leave, right? There's nothing else. Because aren't there optional arguments here? So this is good. Leave just before ret. Oh no, Rust. Yep, it's Rust. Enter 0, 0. What does the bit 64 at the top give us? Okay, why do we only leave before ret? So you're saying this can always be 0, 0? And we don't need to leave? Oh, okay, okay. So this shouldn't actually go here. This should go enter only once per function. Gotcha. So that should go in where are we doing functions? Basic block, here we go. If it's not start, then we will I'll just do that in a new line. Like this. We just enter there. We no longer need this. Okay. Groovy. So this like matches your example, I believe. Oh yeah. Did you say what does the bits 64 do at the top? Because that's super easy to add. But what does it actually do? Just stick it right there. And now it says that. Sets it to 64-bit mode, which is the default for 64-bit programs. Okay, so it just clarifies that, I guess. Because I probably don't really need that. Probably be fine. Yeah, that looks nice. Alright, has anybody tried running this? I'm going to put this in Discord in case anybody wants to try. And it exits with 9. Is that what we want? Yeah, it is what we want. Saba's struggling. I'm gonna try it for myself. Ready? I'm gonna try it for myself. Just gonna do this for a second. Shoink. Okay. Becomes my awesome Arch Linux install. All right, we're in. Okay. All right. Wait. Do I have the right? This is it, right? Yeah. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Wait, how does this even work? L64. Boom. Look at that. It's 9. That's so cool. So it totally works. That is super satisfying. This language is coming along. Okay, so that's awesome. what else? So what were we trying to do? Like stack allocated local variables. Because initially, I'm not sure if you were here like 2 weeks ago. There was another lovely stream, but we had like a sort of halfway working system, but where everything was just kept in registers. And now we switched everything over to the stack, and so that's kind of like what just got working. Try with 2 variables. Good idea. Let's try it. I guess I can just do that over in the VM. Just change the example. Like, what would be a good example? So we finally got local variables. Yeah, I think so. I don't think we have temporary values. So I'm gonna make another, like if I say make z be 12, and then let's try y. Okay. I'm going to is this how it works? Oh, I can't compile all that. It'll take forever. Hold on. Let me do it over here. Oh yeah, good idea. Let's do that. Z be y, and then we'll return z. Alright, it does compile. This looks correct, in my estimation. Xavier, hey, welcome Xavier. I'm just trying out Zed for the day, but up until today I was still in Neovim, so no cause for panic yet, but we'll see. I'm very happy with Zed, I must say. Okay, so there's that. And what am I doing now? Oh yeah, so git save. And then let me jump over here and pull that down. Schmike. Could you like pull -f? No. Schmike. Okay. I actually pretty much don't use the mouse at all. I can navigate all this with my keystrokes. I can create a new file with just keystrokes. I can switch between all of these. I can split this to the right. I can split this down. I can split this left. All that without keystrokes. I can toggle that. I can toggle this. I don't really have to touch anything. Switch between buffers in one pane with just my keystrokes. And there's complete Vim key bindings that have even more key-driven features than NeoVim does. So, but yes, NeoVim is very good. Okay, so then where was I? I was back over here, wasn't I? The Z can be terminal-like. I mean, these terminals are literally just Alacrity, like baked into it. So it's kind of crazy. where was I? So now I have this is the new example. Okay. And now this is the new, yeah, okay. So now I can do this and this, and then run this. And what are we expecting, people? 9 still, right? Still 9. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. Z has Vim mode, I think. Yeah, and the Vim mode is like the best of any non-Vim editor I've ever seen for sure. Can you do local functions? Good question. I don't think so. I can't do much. Weird how the camera disappears when I zoom. I know, because everything zooms, even the camera. And if I zoom away from the camera, then it goes away. So, all right, what do we want to do next? Anything else we want to test? Okay, so we don't have temporary values. How are we going to treat temporary values? Do we just treat those like local variables? Is that okay? At the end of the day, what's the difference between a temporary value and a local variable? I'm not sure what it would be. Because I'm pretty sure if I go like this won't compile. Not yet implemented temp. It's like this here, basically. What is this? Just a temp ID, okay. Yeah, they're different in that sense that they're temporarily and not named and only used in one place, but like I still need to store them on the stack. And so maybe I just have another. I have global vars, local vars, and then what if I had temp values, which is another hash map of temp ID to usize. Temporaries is why we need registry allocation. Yes, as an optimization. You can just treat them like locals. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I'm just gonna do exactly the same thing, but instead of strings, because they don't have names, they have an ID, a temp ID to usize, and I'll just do this. So basically do the same thing. Or just stick them as a local variable. Oh, like not do it separate temp values? Oh, that'd be even cleaner if that would make sense. Does that make sense? Where would that even be? Submul do not move on. It'd be like all these places. Destination. Should really just be temp destination. Okay, so in any of these that have a destination, yeah, anywhere I create a temp, you need to insert. So yeah, anywhere we have a destination, we need to create a temporary value. Okay. So I'll make like gonna make a little helper function called insert temp value, or I'll say like push temp value. Needs self, and it needs a temp ID, which is a temp ID, and it doesn't return anything. Alright, Saba's gotta go. Thanks for all the help, Saba. See you around. Oh, we got some action over on Discord that I missed. I'll check that out in a second. Okay. Alright, no worries. Yeah, I know I need to be done in like 25 minutes too, so 5:30 I think I'll call it. So if we have a temp ID, and then what do we do in here? We say like self dot text section dot push stir, right, to do. Alright, CIC, thanks for all the help. We have temp ID, and I'm just gonna basically do like the same things that we did. No, not there. Where? Here, right? No, not there either. Here, push. Wait. Oh, we also need the value. Wait. Temp. Temp. Wait, this is confusing. Okay, let me just like inline it once so I know what I want to do. Dest, and then I want to push that. Push keyword, right? And then stick in, yeah. Like that, right? Is this all I want? Oh, and adjust the... Oh yeah, okay. It's literally just this. Oh wait, if temp okay, then we'll do all this. Format T insert that. Let's duplicate code. Well, this part isn't going to be duplicated. These parts will probably have to be duplicated. It's just like three. It's really just 3 lines. And it's really just sub and add, because mul and div are totally different. So it's kind of just twice. 3 lines twice. I feel like that's not too bad. Tie. Oh dear. This would be des.tie. Des. Okay. So this is like what I want to pull out as a abstraction down here. Oops. So I'm gonna say, okay, entity is an entity, or a reference to entity or something, and then I don't need to do this check. Or maybe I should just do that. All right. We could do this check outside. Well, yeah, let's do that. So we'll do temp ID and type. This becomes, we don't have that in here anymore. Oh, then we need that though. All right, let's just take the entity then. What should I call this? If temp push. All right, so then up here I'll say self.if temp push, and I pass it along the destination. Gets rid of all that, and I do the same thing here. Cool. So that might sort of work. And then here would be really similar to this. It'd basically be this. Okay. Check that, and then, yeah, that's it. I do not think entity asm is even used. And here? It's used down here. No worries. All good. Okay. Local var not found. Suspicious. That works. What is the local var you're not finding? Oh, you can't do that. What? Oh, there's another one up here. Can't find T1. Time for some print line debugging. That never got run. Okay, can I get rid of some of these like this? So it's never even going in here. It should be going in here, right? We're doing an add, right? Here. Inside instruction add, okay. I need to insert it first. Oh. Silly Kaya? Okay, wait. Yeah. Wait, so you're saying just move this line up here? Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Still panicking. Yo, one. Okay, it's getting inside of there at least. Okay, we're getting in here. Oh. It's like a vicious cycle. Yeah, so this is no good, obviously. They're running into the same problem. No, it's not a Stack Overflow. It's just until this is done. Oh wait, can I just do this? Oh wait, I think I just fixed it. Why are you doing it like that? Just push left hand side and add right hand side, for example. Good point. Like in here. Oh yeah, so this is always a temporary value. So what if I just took that and stuck it up in here? That takes the place of that. push left hand side. Yeah, this could just be left hand side, couldn't it? Okay, wait, is this what I want? Move bars. Yeah, stick it on the thing. And then yeah, this could just be just push the left hand side. Just do this. And then get rid of that. And then add this. Does this make sense to other people? We're clearly missing some new lines. I think this makes sense. So I'm saying we look to see if this is already defined. Oh no, we don't. We just make a name. We make a name for the temp value. Then we just insert it as a local variable with the name as t temp id. And then that's the offset. We just change the offset. And then we get the right hand and the left hand side as then we push. This can happen here, I guess. That makes it easier. Then we push the left hand side, and then we add to that the right hand side. Does that make sense? So this would be the left hand side, which is x0, which is that 9. Then we add to that, add to the place where that got stuck, which is RBP minus 8, the 2. So this is perfect. T temp ID can collide with a non-temporary local var name. Could it? No, local vars. No, local vars don't get names in. Well, no, yeah. Look, vars always have these things with like the var and then hash and then the ID. And then so it's not like the T number, so I don't think they'll ever collide. Yeah, exactly, Rasawe, because those have a hash. So I think this is perfect. Anybody object to this? Any objections? This is your chance to object. Exactly, Rasawe got it. Some person got it. If it were a local, it would become T0 hash X. So I'm going to The only slightly sad thing is that this is a little bit duplicated if I were to just copy this down here. But it should, I mean, it's only twice. I think it's fine. The only difference is this becomes a minus, right? Or a sub. Sub. Should we try this? So what's our code? Let's even just do, oh, let's do this, I guess. So now we're looking for 11, okay? We make a global called x, that's 9. Then we make y be that plus 2, which is 11, and then make z be that, which is still 11, and then return it. So we're looking for 11 here. All right, I'm going to compile it. My keyboard just quit on me again. Okay, compile it, git save, which in case you're wondering, just makes these save point commits. I'm gonna push that to master. And then I'm gonna pull it down over here. Okay, and then pull that down, go into examples. All right, and then I'm going to NASM that operation size not specified. Do I need to say like keyword right here? Yeah, no worries, Xavier. Totally makes sense. I think anybody, any assembly savvy people out there know if that'll fix it? By keyword here. Oh yeah, that did fix it. Okay, so let me just change that in the compiler real quick. Push sub add. So I'm gonna add keyword here and here. All right, and then I'm going to and then pull that in. Great. All right, and then NASM it. Oh, I forgot to recompile. Is that right? Now I have it? Okay, there we go. All right, and then good commands work in subdirectories. Yeah, I'm always a little bit skeptical because I know that like add, you know, doesn't. Well, I always do add dot, like git add dot, and then it just adds the subdirectory, and so I'm always like skeptical because I mess that up all the time. So I'm always skeptical of doing other ones, but I guess yeah, they do work in subdirectories. Somewhere deep down inside, I knew that. Thank you though. What am I doing now? NASM. Okay, perfect. And then I can LD. We're looking for 11, right? That's pretty awesome. All right, that seems like a good stopping point too. That's really great. I'm super happy with the progress we made today. This looks awesome. We have like real assembly now. So how do I turn this thing off? Shut down now. Sudo bang bang. Awesome. Okay, let me clean up my Git history real quick because I was doing a lot of whip commits. Oh dear. Okay, let me like from AP5. I'm going to oops. So rename this as what should we call it? What did we just get working? Okay, local variables and temp values living on the stack. Or I'll say stack allocated. Perfect. Git push origin master. Force that one. Awesome. Where's GitHub? Lovely. 46 stars, guys. Check it out. Awesome. It's all up there now. It says 1 minute ago. So thanks everybody so much for the help today. That was super helpful. And I'm sure I'll see you all on the Discord. So until then.